In the eerie embrace of Valentine's Day night, a couple, Julia and Mark, hand in hand, strolled back from a romantic dinner. The city's dimly lit streets, usually bustling, were unusually silent, save for the occasional whisper of the cold wind. Their laughter and soft conversation filled the air, creating a cocoon of warmth around them, oblivious to the shadows that danced at the edge of their vision. As they turned into a lesser-known shortcut, a quaint alley adorned with faded murals and forgotten love letters etched into its walls, an unsettling sensation began to creep over them. The alley, they realized, was far more secluded and darker than they remembered. A sudden gust of wind snuffed out the few remaining streetlights, plunging them into darkness. Julia's grip tightened around Mark's arm, her laughter now a distant memory replaced by the quickening beats of their hearts. From the shadows emerged a figure, at first indistinct, then horrifyingly clear. A man, tall and imposing, his face obscured by a grotesque Valentine's mask, heart-shaped and painted with an eerie semblance of affection. In his hand gleamed a knife, its blade reflecting the moonlight with a sinister glow. The couple froze, terror rooting them to the spot as the masked figure approached, his footsteps silent yet dreadfully ominous. Mark, summoning every ounce of courage, stepped in front of Julia, his voice trembling as he demanded, "What do you want?" The masked figure tilted his head, considering them, before whispering in a voice cold and devoid of emotion, "A love eternal." The air thickened with tension as Mark and Julia prepared to run, but the killer was swift, blocking their escape with a chilling grace. Just as he lunged forward, Mark pushed Julia out of the way, taking the brunt of the attack himself. A struggle ensued, a dance of shadows and moonlight, until a sudden, sharp cry pierced the night. Julia, horror-stricken, saw Mark fall to the ground, his efforts to protect her costing him dearly. The killer advanced towards her, but in her despair and rage, Julia found an unexpected strength. She fought back fiercely, her survival instinct overpowering her fear. In the midst of their confrontation, she managed to unmask the assailant, revealing not the face of a stranger, but that of someone they both knew all too well, a friend, Alex, whose affection for Julia had turned into a twisted obsession. The revelation stunned Julia, her heart breaking as she grappled with the betrayal. Alex, consumed by his unrequited love, had descended into madness, believing that if he couldn't have Julia, then no one could. With a final, desperate effort, Julia pushed Alex away, causing him to stumble back into the shadowy embrace of the alley's walls, which concealed a fatal drop hidden in the darkness. As Alex fell, his screams echoing into the night, Julia rushed to Mark's side. His injuries were severe, but he was alive, his love for her shining even in this darkest moment. They held each other, their bond unbroken, their love proving stronger than the madness that had sought to tear them apart. As dawn broke, casting a soft light over the city, Julia and Mark were found by passers-by, their ordeal over, but their lives forever changed. They had survived the darkness, their love enduring against all odds, a testament to the strength of the human heart. But the story doesn't end here. The spot where Alex had fallen. But there, nothing remains, no sign of the body, no trace of the struggle that had occurred. Only the whisper of the wind and a single, blood-stained Valentine's card fluttering down to rest on the cobblestones, its message chilling in its simplicity. Love never dies. The story of Julia and Mark's Valentine's Day nightmare becomes a haunting tale of survival, betrayal, and the undying power of love, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of those who witness it.